Dc10, The Magic Plant. Soul-touching and life-enhancing stories. The Magic Plant, a Christmas story. It was close to Christmas, and Santa was checking all the Christmas gift lists of all the children in the universe. And at one point, going through them, he discovered something was not right. He looked at the bookkeeper elf, who kept track on all the requests, and who was in charge sending the final list to the toy factory. Ramya, can you check on the boy named Enyo again for me? He lives on the planet Earth. This is the third year that I didn't receive any list from him. We checked the last 2 years, and as far as I remember, he was still alive. He is still alive because he doesn't show up on my passed on list, spoke Ramya. I want to know what is going on with him this time, and call the Grand Vizier for me, please, said Santa. After explaining the Grand Vizier about Enyo, the Grand Vizier closed his eyes and started to search for Enyo inside his magical sphere. I cannot find him, Santa. What does this mean, that you cannot find him? Now, the only explanation I have for this is that he is not part of the modern world anymore. And what does that mean? Responded Santa. He must be somewhere deep inside the jungle, to which I have no access to with my magical sphere. I am not to interfere with anything that is in nature. He is in a place where my vision is restricted. Prepare the reindeer. I want to go and find him because I want to know why he doesn't request any gifts anymore. And I don't think he was displeased with my gifts in the past, because I never got any complaint. I'm really curious. Off went Santa, and having in mind searching all the jungles on the planet Earth. While being on his mission, he discovered that there were only very few jungles left. I thought the people of the planet Earth were smarter than this. Cutting all their forests, which gives them life, he was thinking. Flying during the nights in the skies through the sky, he finally found Enyo, who was living with his parents and some other families deep inside of one of the last big jungles. Santa observed their life from above and was impressed how they lived with nature, without any modern tools or conveniences. One night, however, he went down to the hut of Enyo, where he was sleeping in. Enyo was not asleep, because the first thing he said when he saw Santa was, "Good to see you, Santa. I was waiting for you, because I felt that you were around." Very intuitive, Enyo, and pleased to see you. The longer I live here, the more in tune I become what is going on around me. I hope I didn't offend you, Santa, for not being surprised. Not at all. I am just pleased that I found you and seeing that you're doing extremely well in your neighborhood. Environment, Santa, not neighborhood. I know, I was just joking. In the past, you had a neighborhood, isn't it? But now to business. And Christmas is around the corner, and I didn't receive any requests for presents. And while I'm here, I hope we can talk about it. For sure, Santa, we can talk about it, but I really don't need anything. I have everything I need. Santa scratched his beard, feeling useless in a sense, and asked, "And maybe you could use some tools which could help you and your parents to get things faster done here in the jungle." "No, thank you, Santa, because when we have tools, we are going to speed things up and not going with the rhythm of nature. This is how the modern world started to begin with, and see what has become of the planet Earth. Pollution and destruction, and for that reason we are living here. We cannot change the world back to what it once was, but we do our very best to live the old way and try not to contribute to the pollution and destruction." Santa was only listening with one ear as he was still busy in his mind, figuring out and wanting to give his presents, which he thought was his job. "Can I at least bring you some candy, Enyo?" "No, thank you, Santa, for we do not have dentists here, and I have enough fresh sweets in the form of fruits. We eat well here, and I do not have that sweet craving anymore which I had living in the modern world." Inside Santa's head many thoughts were spinning, seeking to find a solution. "I could bring you one of our new developed toys, who are environmental safe and easy to recycle." "No, again, thank you, Santa. We do not have any machine to recycle these toys here." "No, you made a point there, Enyo, but you don't even want a toy just made from nature?" "I am learning how to do that myself, and I do not want to contribute to the pollution and child labor anymore. Enyo, I will not get this toy from any of the factories on your planet. I will bring it from my toy factory. There is no pollution and no children are forced to work by me. The elves love to do their job, and they do it with love." "I know that, Santa, but all the toys you bring are being copied by business people, and they get children to work for them, and the production ends up with heavy pollution. By the way, Santa, without wanting to offend you, all these toys take the imagination and creativity away from the children. Living here in nature, I can clearly see that now." "Enyo, you give me a lot of thinking to do. I will return home and will have to think more about these things, but can I come to visit you again?" "Please, Santa, any time, but no more talks about giving me presents that I do not need, or that contribute to the pollution and destruction of the planet." Santa was completely out of his comfort zone and started even to stutter, wished Enyo the best, and took off with his sleigh pulled by his reindeer. Enyo felt a little sad for Santa as he saw his face of confusion before he left, and Enyo went in a state of dream trying to find an answer to this. When Santa arrived at Fairy Tale Palace, he went in depression, for he saw everything more clearly, was fighting with the thoughts that when every child would be like Enyo, that he would not have a job anymore, and at the same time still thinking about what to give Enyo. Everybody at the palace was concerned about Santa, who had locked himself in his room, but after some time he came out, and gathered all his elves, magicians, and viziers in the big palace meeting room. Santa explained everything regarding the planet Earth, that was in danger of destroying itself due to all the pollution, the production and consummation of man-made things. He also talked about Enyo and his concerns regarding the toy and the candy making at the palace. A deep silence fell, and everybody was concentrating on these problems. Suddenly Santa stood up and said, "Thank you, my friends, for our meditation. I probably have an answer. The solution to change things on the planet Earth must be something from nature, for everything that is man-invented only contributes to the destruction of the planet." He looked at the Grand Vizier and spoke, "Please, Grand Vizier, look around all the planets in the universe and find me the strongest plant that is suited for cleaning the environment. Listen carefully, everybody, because I have a change of plans. And Romya, cancel all the productions and all the presents that are on the list." The meeting went on for hours, and everybody came up with additional ideas. In the meantime, Enyo, who was still thinking about Santa while walking through the jungle, discovered a plant he had never seen before. It was a magical-looking plant with many huge flowers, looking like faces of sleeping children, and the roots that were not attached to the soil looked like the bodies of colorful caterpillars. Not scared to go closer, although careful, Enyo pressed his lips and blew some air in the direction of the plant. The flower children opened their eyes and spoke in a chorus. "Hi, Enyo, how are you doing?" Taken by surprise, Enyo fell backwards and landed on his butt. When he looked closer, he saw a label hanging which read, "From Santa for Enyo." "Who are you and where do you come from?" Enyo asked. "We came from the great planet of Izmir, and we are the cleaners of the environment. We produce oxygen and rich soil. Santa's great vizier found us, and we are your Christmas gift from Santa, and we hope you like us." I like you very much and would like to learn more from you, and maybe it could help all of us here in the jungle, which has become our new home. Then it dawned on Enyo that Santa had found a present for him. He closed his eyes and asked for Santa to come. In seconds, because in the realm of Santa, time is on a different clock, Santa was standing in front of him. "Thank you, Santa, for this plant, who will be able to help us all with knowledge we have long forgotten, and this will make our life easier. Knowledge and experience is a great gift." "You are welcome, and by the way, Enyo, we have stopped the production of candy and presents at my palace, and we are busy with different things, which I will talk about when the time is right. In the meantime, enjoy your new friends." After saying their farewells, Enyo went to the small village, and everybody was pleased with the gift from Santa. They learned so much from the plant, and Enyo and the plant became best friends. They did spend lots of time together and even got attached to each other, like best friends do. The day before Christmas arrived, and Enyo woke up, disturbed after an intense dream in which he had seen the entire planet Earth being destroyed. He called upon Santa again, and in a split second he was present. Feeling of use again, Santa was in a good mood. "Hi, Enyo, how can I help you?" "Santa, I have a wish, but I do not know if you can fulfill this." "Now let me hear about it. Can you help the planet from not going under and being destroyed?" "No, I cannot help you with that, but your plant could." "My new plant? How?" "I know it is a very special plant that has the ability to clean things that shouldn't be in nature, but you must know when you ask for it to do so, that it will do its job, but in the end it has to give its own life." You mean to say when I ask it to help saving the planet that it will die?" "Exactly. Because every action has a reaction, and everything has a price in your world." "How will it help the world?" "I do not know, but I know it does its job well." The both of them had some more talks on the subject, but it was now for Enyo to make a decision. He went up to his friend, the plant, and spoke. "Dear friend, I have to make a decision, but it's very hard for me." Before he could speak any further, the plant started to speak, saying, "Enyo, we know about this, and we are going to make it easier for you. We have given you all our knowledge and experience, and the families here. There is further nothing for us to do other than that what you're asking us to do." "But I had wanted to celebrate Christmas with you." "Maybe your disturbing dream could come through tomorrow, and would you risk that? The people on the planet have a hard time to make sacrifices, because the only thing that could change things around would be them having to depart from the such-called comfort and all the things they are used to. And now you are facing this on your level. You have to let go of us, because the people of the world will not. Only very few, like you here, living already in the jungle. Enyo closed his eyes and spoke, "Dear friends, I ask you to help our planet and protect it from extinction." "We will." These were the last words he heard from the plant. When he opened his eyes, the children's faces on the flower had disappeared, and had changed into huge flowers with mouths and teeth, and traveling down over the roots that were traveling away from where they were. "Come," said Santa, "step in my sleigh and let's see from above what is going to happen." Some moments later they were traveling over the planet and saw what the plant was doing. It was multiplying itself, and the roots were traveling fast. There was panic everywhere amongst the people of the planet, but no harm was done to them. The plant continued crawling and going everywhere and ate everything that was man-made. Buildings, streets, and steel and cars and electrical cables, you mention it. Everything got taken by the teeth of the flowers, but at the same time the plant was eliminating fertilizer from the roots and giving oxygen. Wherever the plant cleaned up, the plant disintegrated itself, and instantly a jungle of trees and plants were sprouting in high speed, until some hours later nothing was left on the planet other than jungle with an abundance of food. The entire planet had changed into a tropical and subtropical climate, and everything man-made was gone, but as well the cleaning plant. And you felt a little sad inside, but it was taken away by happiness, because the planet Earth was not destroyed and nature had returned. The people were in shock, but all of them deep inside knew what just had happened, and when the hours passed they came to terms with their new world around them. Santa spoke, saying, "Let's go to my palace, Enyo, to get my presents for everybody, and please stay with me when I deliver them. You were the inspiration of all of this. We foresaw the future and have made all preparations necessary to help the people on the planet Earth." Everything around Santa's palace had changed into plant nurseries with countless small magical plants. These are the children of the mother plant that just did a wonderful job and which gave its life. This evening we are going to bring these plants to the people of your planet, and they will become friends. All of them need the knowledge of the magic plant, like you did. That is a wonderful gift, Santa. I'm happy that we found these solutions, because for a moment I thought that I was of no use anymore, and I was even thinking about retirement. Come, follow me to the old toy and candy factories. Enyo was confused by looking at the elves, who were working very hard, but he couldn't see what they were making. "What are they making, Santa?" "These are our latest inventions. They are invisible envelopes with wings and made from air. Each of these flying envelopes contains good thoughts, wise sayings, beautiful stories, and wonderful songs. We have made a change of plans here, and we also knew that we will not receive any present list anymore, because there is no paper and pens anymore, no computers and no cell phones. Nothing is left to communicate any wishes or lists with or through. The only pleasant presents that will go down to the planet Earth on Christmas Eve is these magical envelopes. And even without seeing them, when you happen to touch or run into an envelope, the information immediately will enter your mind. You will have instantly a positive thought, a story or song in your mind, and all these from now on are my Christmas gifts. What about the danger of people starting to invent modern things against Santa and the pollution and the destruction starting all over again? We thought about this as well. We are going to put you in charge of this. I have an old sleigh in the garage, and they are just fixing it right now as we speak, and with some reindeer, this is my gift to you. You will make your rounds whenever you want as the protector of your planet. And when you see things getting out of hand, you just need to speak with any of the magic plants that are close by, and they will eat the modern stuff up. I trust you, Enyo, as a great protector, that it doesn't have to go out of hand again. Some hours later, Enyo and Santa were sitting in a sleigh packed with the magical plants and invisible envelopes, heading towards the planet Earth to deliver the Christmas gifts. It was probably the most unusual Christmas ever, but a new beginning of the planet Earth. What the story could bring us. There are endless ways to not contribute to the destruction of the world. The more simply we live, the more we can accomplish this mission. Most important is to become more aware how we contribute, and for that we need to think and do some research.